Hello, another beautiful morning, and another beautiful year is on its way out. So, happy Christmas Eve to you. So, today's video is going to touch on time. I was thinking about this. So, when I was a kid, time seemed to kind of slug on by, just went really slowly for me. And as I get older, and I feel like you can agree with this, it seems to be flying by, which for me prompts me to really honor the fact that our time here is limited, and we need to really be utilizing the time to do what is most important for us, for you. And whatever that is, only you know what that is. So, yeah, time is flying by. I thought this was just, this idea or this concept was just kind of like, is that specifically for older people? It's not true. I remember my niece was, I think, 9 when I asked her, and I told her, hey, it feels like time is flying by. When I was a kid, it went by slowly. How does it feel for you? I asked my niece this when she was 9, and she was like, no, it's flying by, Auntie. I'm like, right? It is. And I remember, this is probably 10 years ago, I have an acupuncturist that I see on a regular, because regular doctors don't help me. I need to see energetic healers or holistic healers in order to tune myself up. Get it? Yeah. But anyways, I remember my acupuncturist 10 years ago. We would have these really, really deep conversations, and he told me that time was speeding up. And like I said, I thought this was just applicable to older people, but obviously it is not, because when I talk to the children, yeah, they agree that time is going by quickly, and they're children. There's a lot of factors tied into it. I think, our access to technology and information at higher rates is also helping us to evolve more quickly than we would have been able to in the past, and I don't know, time's speeding up. I just went on a vacation for a week. Felt like I was gone for a month, and it's amazing. Another coworker of mine, she went on vacation for a month, came back to work, and she was just appalled by the number of changes that took place in the month that she was gone. It was equivalent to 3 to 6 months of changes, and she was just like, whoa, I've only been gone for a month, and things have just changed so dramatically. And so, it's interesting. I've noticed, I might have made a video on this before, what would normally take me 10 years to learn, I'm learning in months, weeks, sometimes days even. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? We're capable of processing an obscene amount of information in such a small expanse of time that it's speeding up our evolution, and time is going by quickly. I don't know if I'm connecting the two subjects together. Evolution, time. What are you doing with your time? And that's why, for me, and this isn't applicable to everyone, because everyone has their own journey, their own path. But I'm using this time to kind of clear karmic debts and patterns, clear it, and also to access the subtler and more truer dimensions of myself and this reality, this illusion. Is it reality? Is it illusion? It's an illusion. It's a movie. It's a movie and we're all actors. But anyways, and I'm just trying to like graciously release all the imprints and impressions and patterns and conditioning, and just kind of enjoy every moment however it presents itself to me, and move through it and access that which is. Does that make sense? I don't know, it's hard to explain. I can't really put it in words. That's just my own perception of what I am experiencing. Everybody has their own perception of what they're experiencing. Also, like, my attention. I'm very mindful of what I pay attention to. I've made videos on this. Like, me and my boyfriend could be in the same car experiencing life in totally different ways. Like, my boyfriend has a lot of things he still needs to clear. I can see it, and it is what it is. But he is focusing his attention on very primal things, and that's fine. That's what he needs to do. That's where he's at. That's his level of progression. That's cool. So he is working through a lot of like triggers and anxiety and anger, suppressed anger. And so he attracts this to his experience so that he can like be aware of them, so that he can clear them. I mean, that's why we go through things, right? Whereas I will be like experiencing pure bliss. You'll be like triggered and angry and anxious, and I'll be in the passenger seat just chilling and experiencing bliss. But I had to put in a lot of work to get there, man. I think I know I used to probably be triggered a lot more easily. I used to be a lot more anxious. I used to try to control a lot of things. Now I just kind of relinquish control and let things flow. It's so much easier. It's effortless. Let me give you another example. Okay, so I gave you a car example with me and my partner experiencing reality in different ways based on our level of consciousness and based on the amount of progression and work we've done. Another example, while I was on vacation, I went to this labyrinth. Labyrinths have been used for eons as a tool for meditation and contemplation, in order to look within yourself and see what is and what no longer needs to be, and helps you to release things and realize thyself. So I'm in this labyrinth, and in a state of meditation, and as I go through this labyrinth and I pass the people who are also walking alongside me, I see people in deep prayer and deep meditation, and on occasion our eyes would meet, and we would smile at each other with gratitude, and you could feel it. It was very authentic. It wasn't some inauthentic bullshit stuff. And that's what I experienced in this labyrinth, like just peace and release and amazing things, like just profound. It was beautiful. And after me and my partner walked this labyrinth, we exchanged like experiences, and he was like, oh yeah, I saw this lady like looking at me like angrily and stuff, and I was like, huh? I didn't want to make him feel bad about it, but I was like, well, what was that telling you in the moment? Have you thought about it? Oh, she was angry at me. And I'm like, was she angry? Was she angry at you, or was that something that you saw so that you could like pay more attention to it? Maybe you're angry with yourself. Maybe you have suppressed anger within you that you need to release, and she was just reminding you of it. That's why she entered your experience. Also, like, I'm gonna go there. Your body is your vehicle, right? It's also a messenger. Everything is a messenger. Everything that you experience is a messenger. Are you paying attention? It's very subtle. It's very subtle. And are you playing a victim role? Or are you playing a victor role? You know what I mean? A lot of people tend to blame external circumstances for their, their experience, you know? But you're creating your experience based on your internal atmosphere. You're creating it. And that's where, like, manifestation and also the law of attraction comes in. You know, like, based on your internal atmosphere, that's what you're creating. Whether you're aware of it or not, you know, you can't blame external things. The external thing has presented itself to you because of your internal climate. You know what I mean? So, you know, cuts, scratches, bruises, lacerations, burns, all of that on your vehicle is a sign of your internal atmosphere. So, you know, you're not just bumping into things for nothing. Like, say, like, you bump into something and get a bruise. Say you bump into a table. You can't blame the table. It's probably something internally that you need to pay attention to, and your body is sending you a signal or a message to let you know of that. You know, you can't go, oh, I got this bruise because I bumped into the table. No, subconsciously, you are probably suppressing something that needs to be, suppressing something for a while that you need to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Yeah. I rarely get cuts. I rarely get cuts or burns or anything serious. So if I get like a little cut, it's a major thing to me. My boyfriend, on the other hand, gets cuts. He gets like deep cuts and scratches and bites and all kinds of things on his skin, and he's blaming external circumstances. But it's like, no, there's something internal that you need to like honor and make peace with. And then when everything's clear, then, you know, you don't really have these things happen on the surface of your body. Yeah, I don't know if I'm making sense. Everything is a messenger. Everything. Numbers, like when I was on vacation, I kept seeing 11111 everywhere. And some people think like 1111 is like a wish number or something like that, but I read up on it, and it has to do with it's almost like a sign that you are in alignment with yourself, because you have 4 numerical digits that are all the same, lining up at the same time. Alignment. 1111. So yeah, when I was on vacation, 1111 everywhere, and my partner is oblivious to it because I don't know, that's just where he's at. But I would tell him, hey man, like 1111, like all the time, everywhere. And even like I would see 553344. I don't know, I pay attention to these things, like numerical things. I pay attention to my body, my internal atmosphere, my thoughts, what I'm paying attention to. I pay attention to animals that present themselves to me, you know. These are all subtle and invisible signs to let you know if you're in alignment or not. Anyways, I'm gonna stop. But thanks for watching. If you learned something cool, if you didn't, that's cool too. Have a beautiful day.